vibes on.
In 98 na aces me rapagenic me flow aye there up to date as my one chaining
na me kono na wada anopa bia me to make obo na papa ne ma me hwe mani mi sa wose wanya asepa me ya back from a born so my boy am ye fake passport it on rap and never it is on from me sis pass chucha say Goliath kon
yo what's up my people, this your boy why is a great Mr. Electricity Mr. I like your coco
yo wagwan we lost say challenge support gauge
1 to 1 to the show and only OGDM and you're watching UnderZone.
Yo what up this is your man Uptown Energy Yapuno and you're watching the UnderZone show.
Yo, you know what it is, Ghana boys to the world we go. It's your boy Young Lummy the bars. And I've been broke like a church mouse. Kakama Dogo Church on the streets and I'm hustling like I'm Rick Rouse. Yo, what's up? I'm Adam AK. Go get him. Y'all watching the UnderZone special delivery. Let's go get him.
Welcome to another beautiful episode of the UnderZone show. I'm your host for today, Joy Ubeko. We're gonna do something a little bit different. I know we're all expecting to see this rapper, this musician and all, but today we have some special people in our midst. They are called the Love Foundation Club. Welcome guys.
Thank you.
So, Love Foundation Club, what is it all about?
Basically, thank you again. It's a great pleasure to be on your show. Basically, Love Foundation Club is a non-profit charity organization made up of young people who are poised to eradicating streetism in Ghana and Africa at large.
Okay, so it's an NGO.
Absolutely.
And you guys go out to help kids on the street, the children on the street and all.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing. How long have you guys been into this?
Well, 3 years.
3 years?
Absolutely.
Wow. 3 years. Would you say for 3 years now you guys have sent maybe like 200 or 300 or 1,000 people to school? Would you say that?
Well, within these 3 years, I would say we have saved more than that number of lives. Basically, we have secured over 1,000 children in school. Yeah, basically, because looking at what we did last year, we embarked on an educational support tour where we reached out to 5,600 needy school-going children with educational supplies.
That's a whole of 5,000
basically. So we saved.
Oh my God.
We saved 5,600 children from ending up on the streets as a result to the lack of this basic, educational materials.
Okay, I am a little bit confused right now because you guys are doing all this great job. So I assume you have a big sponsor, someone somewhere that is bringing all this money, or like, how do you guys go about it?
Actually, we don't have any sponsor, like a big sponsor who is helping with the organization. We are made up of young people who are on the streets, and we are the ones sponsoring ourselves. Everything, we are doing everything ourselves. Yeah, it's amazing how these young people, and I don't think most of us were on the street, and we are motivated by that. How you end up on the street?
Yeah,
it's very sad because you can't deal with hunger, starving, and everything. So we try together, bring ideas, think together, and try to help those on the street purposely, the homeless kids.
Okay, they say it takes the street to know the street. A lot of these NGOs, they come up with, oh, we help people, we do this, but they don't really know what the street people have been through, probably because they want money and all this. So would you say you're from the street? Because everybody wants to claim to be an NGO and, we're having a foundation and all that. Would you say you're from the street?
Well, I have my growing up from infancy. I had to end up on the streets due to some reasons, not because of the negligence on the part of my parents, but basically because they were poor. They didn't have enough by then.
They were poor. Oh,
yeah. So I was exposed to the streets. I had to sell kerosene for a couple of years, and I was exposed to street life, what goes on out there. Kendrick spoke about hunger, spoke about the torture, the abuse, how you have to beg, how you have to learn very coaxy words, things to say. We rehearse on that daily.
The
to
streets
beg,
can also influence you.
Exactly, to beg. Basically, I was exposed to all of these things. So yes, it has a greater hand in basically what I'm doing today. I feel like this is my purpose. I went through all of these things to be inspired or to be motivated, to know what really goes on out there, and to know how to channel my energy into this organization, especially to reach out to many more like me out there.
Okay, well, would you say you're also from the street, or because my friend is doing it, let me just join him and do this job? Are you also from the street? Like, do you have any experience from the street?
Oh, purposely, I don't have any much experience from the street.
Okay.
I never get fatherly love by my father. I never saw my father when I was born, so it was a lot of problem facing and trying to be raised by a mom. My father treated me, did a lot of things to me, so that pushed me. I started chatting with Marcus when I was abroad for almost a year, and Marcus was doing a wonderful job. So I wanted to add my idea, everything, to help Marcus build this organization, to help, because streetism starts from the home.
He is Marcus.
Because
I know you guys have a lot of members, so I need to know who is who. Okay, so basically you're like the founder, or you're the founder of the organization.
Right.
Okay, that's really great. So let's say education is the key, but they say talent is life. Well, would you say this kid that you pick from the street, they have any talent, or it's just basically you want to give them education out there? There are some talents to it.
Right. So basically, that's why I love the word education. I mean, education is a broader word. If you had said schooling, that would have been something else. But when you talk about education, basically helping people get some expertise in what they are good at. Exactly, that's also education. So we go out there on the streets, we see lots of young people who are very talented with dreams, and we try our best to support them in that regard. Because we go out there on the street, we see people who are very talented, very skillful players, football players. We try to push them into an academy for them to realize that dream. You get it? We go out there on the streets, we see very bright young people who can do very well in academia.
Yeah.
We support them, we sponsor them through school. As I speak to you right now, we have about 25 kids we are sponsoring through school, all of which were on the streets. You get it? So basically, depending on your dream, depending on what you want to become, that is where we channel our support. So just like you say, education, we educate so many of them.
Key,
yeah, we educate so many of them on.
And apart from the education, we have a creative art department, which is
okay.
most based on dancing and singing. Yeah, we have a wonderful.
So you have dancers, you have
we
singers,
have dancers, we have singers.
We have an acapella crew too.
Oh my goodness!
The group is made up of young people who are very, very talented.
And we even have an upcoming artist squad. So he's doing very good. I think very good from the streets.
Okay guys, you know what, we need to let our viewers see some of this talent, some of these children, and see what you guys are doing, and we will be right back.
What going real? I really are going. No fun make money and still no have a brain. Still a pre-figure, you hungry youth a shopping at the lane. Brother still a kill, brother like cable and cane. Enough get caught up in the fame.
A day never to forget, as we took on the streets of Opebi Accra together with Miss Jill, popularly known as Mama Jill, CEO of the Peace Through organization, who came all the way from the United States of America with some donations from our partner school in the United States, that's Berkshire School. We reached out to these amazing street kids. We spent some time with them, got to hear their side of the story. It was truly a day to reflect on the goodness of God in our lives and in their lives, considering the kind of stories they told us about their lives and how they have to survive. There is no way you could downplay that. Most of these children have to sleep under bridges. Most of them have to go for days without food. Most of these children have to endure brutalities from other people, from violence to abuse, just to survive, just because they have to survive and they have to beg for alms. It was a day to give hope, to inspire the young people, let them know that they are never beyond greatness and they could achieve greatness once they put their mind to it. And then this is something we'll be doing from time to time. We'll be going out there to the streets to give inspiration, to give hope to all of these young ones out there. We will share goodies and we will spend quality time with them, pray with them, love them, and give them a sense of belongingness. Let them know they are part of a family. There's the Love Foundation Club.
Sound bad for the song, you know. Sound bad for the song. You the one, man?
Okay, welcome back guys, and you can, as you can see from the clip, that was some amazing clip right there, and we all need to support these people. They're doing a great job. Right here with me is the CEO and founder of Love Foundation Club. So far, how many members do you have? You know, you've been doing this all along, and how many members do you have as we speak?
Right, we have up to 200 memberships.
200?
And yeah, seated right here with me is one of our most loyal members and dedicated members, Kendrick.
Oh,
an amazing young man.
Kendrick, you've given me so much, you know, all the things you've done so far, and you know, I really appreciate you doing a great job. So, what's your position in the club? Like, what do you do, and you know?
Specifically, I'm assistant for the CEO, and I've been trying to help. We're trying to put ideas to build a community which involves skills like, as I said before, dancing, singing. You know, people can do something with their talent. You know, that's the community we are developing from the streets, because there are a lot of talents on the street that we have to bring it out. You know, because there are a lot of kids out there. They can dance, they can do everything. That's what we are trying to build it out to bring them. You know.
Great job. So you are like the idea man, and this is like the founder and creator, and well, that's the good job. So, you know, Love Foundation, is it just a Accra thing, or it's an African thing that you guys are hoping to go to other African countries, help people, children on the streets, and all, or you're just doing it within Accra?
I think we are not just doing it in Accra. As we'll be having some programs in Togo, and we are trying to connect with people in Kenya to help them with the streetism and everything. We are trying to be a game changer in this NGO, because there are a lot of NGOs out there.
Exactly.
So we are trying to be a game changer, building communities, you know, from the streetism. That's what we are trying to do now.
So you guys have gone beyond Ghana as a whole. You've got, oh my goodness, you guys are doing a great job. That's amazing. So when you say your NGO is all about teaching these children education, and you know, what other things do you do, like feed them, clothe them, and stuff like that?
Yeah, so along the line, we go out to the streets to feed the homeless children out there. We provide the street hawking parents with mosquito nets, sanitary pads, mats, blankets, bed sheets. Basically, these are some of the things we do for children out on the streets, and then people out on the streets. We believe that since we can't really, you know, take all of them out there on the streets, at the same time, we should be able to manage or help curb at least the pressure they go through out on the streets. So we support them at least to manage their conditions. Basically, these are some of the things we do. And recently, on April 12th, we stormed Agbeglushi. We went to, we distributed food for the street children and street hawking mothers out there. We served up to 1,000 people.
Amazing.
Totally, yeah.
Okay, so you know, you guys have started for like 3 years now, as you mentioned. And what have been the challenges so far, and you know, the challenges and the solution you think you need for the challenge?
Well, I mean, this young man didn't lie when he said money answered all things.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a world where basically to do good, especially with NGOs, you need money, you need support, you need funding. I would say basically that's been one of the greatest challenges we faced. You know, young as we are, you know, we don't really make so much money, you know, but we save. That's the beauty about being young. We save, and so we're able to contribute something little. But I believe that looking at the kind of impact and the kind of things we want to do for the children out there on the streets, not just for people here in Ghana, but even beyond, we need money, we need support, we need people to come on board and join, serve with whatever they can. So basically, one of the biggest challenges we faced, or the greatest challenges of all we face, is finances. Okay, exactly. So we're still opening up to sponsors, to people who might want to commit their finances to this worthy cause, to helping these children out on the streets.
Okay, one more question. Is it like you guys have a shelter where people on the streets can, if they want to reach out to you, you have a place, at least maybe some place more, that if they come, they'll be able to like stay with you guys, like you have a shelter?
Well, for the meantime, that's one of the things we are working on. That's way somewhere in the future. When I say future, it could be next week, it could be tomorrow. Yes. Yeah, we are looking at building a very vast community. Okay, where we can a place that could be called home for all children out on the streets. A place where they can get served with education, they can get served with mentorship, a place where they could lay their heads, a pitch, you know, to support all of these creatives. But for the meantime, what we do is we connect children we find out there on the streets who have families back to their families. And what we do is, like I earlier on said, some of these kids we see out there are very talented footballers. We support them. Basically, we send them to a sports center, a place where they can get groomed there. So these are some of the things we've been doing for the meantime. But now we don't have a place where we assemble these kids for the meantime. What we do is we reconnect them back to their families. We support some. We push them to basically places that would groom their talents or groom their dreams. Yeah.
Okay, so I know I said last question, but I'm still going to ask one more, maybe one more question. LFC, what should Love Foundation Club, of course, in the next 3 years, what are we hoping to see? Like, what is LFC hoping to project?
Well, the next 3 years, Love Foundation Club should have been one of the biggest youth-based charity organization or youth-involved charity organization in not just in Africa, because it's a movement, and we want to inspire young people out there, to join this movement, so that it wouldn't be known. Young people wouldn't only be known for doing bad things, but at least young people out there are trying to change and then make a difference. In the next 2 years from now, the community I spoke to you about should have been in set. Should have been running, and then we would have had lots of young children's lives being saved from the streets, and then their lives given back to them.
Yeah, okay. I know I said
one
last
thing,
question.
We are now embarking on educational tour.
Okay,
I think we'll be starting from June to July. We'll be starting from there. We are embarking on it because we want to motivate the kids, each and everyone in the school, because there are a lot of talents out there, and there are a lot of people who wants to be someone, who have a role model, they want to be whatever they want to be, because they just need someone to motivate. They just need a model who is someone who is very giving an exemplary life. That's what they need. So we'll be taking educational tour, sharing books, pencils, so many things. That's what we'll be doing next coming June, July. That's what we'll be doing.
That's really great. In a month's time or so. Okay, so as a street person, with your experience, what would you advise some of the street people out there? Like, what is your advice to them?
For my advice to them, I can say, good things comes harder. What we need to do is try to motivate ourselves, no matter the situation, no matter the noise we'll be taking. We shouldn't take the noise as a full stop in our life. Things happens, heartbreaks, everything, rejection almost happens. What we need to do to always motivate, tell ourselves that we can do whatever we want to be in life. That's what telling the kids out there, they should always motivate themselves, no matter the situation.
So our CEO, what is your advice to the street people out there? Because with your story, it's really heartbreaking, and I need you to advise people on what to do when you find yourself in that kind of situation.
So basically, I'm a testimony. My life is a testimony, and before then, I was a street boy. So looking at me now and looking at how far God has brought me should be enough motivation for every child out there on the streets, every child, every orphan, everyone going through some kind of poverty. Like Kendrick said, they should motivate themselves and be encouraged that there is light at the end of the tunnels. Good things really take time, but once you're able to endure and you're able to face life, you don't give up, basically you get here. In 2017, I was named the youngest philanthropist in Africa. That's good. In 2018, just last year, I was awarded as an ambassador for peace by the Universal Peace Federation. That's a big organization who has their headquarters in New York, basically. And along the line, good things keep coming. And so these are some of the things that happens when you don't give up, when you believe in yourself, and when basically God is the center of everything you do.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate it. You guys are doing a great job, and we are hoping to see more. Just keep up the good work, and thank you for dropping by. Well, before you go, we need your Instagram handle just in case people need to reach out to you guys. So just tell us your Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook handle so we can reach out to you.
On Instagram, I am Kendrick Swift. Kendrick_Swift. I'm Kendrick Swift on Instagram. Facebook, I'm Ashanti Kendrick.
So Love Foundation Club on Instagram, at Love Foundation Club together.
At Love Foundation Club on Instagram. Find them on Twitter,
Facebook, Love Foundation Club, Instagram @_Love Foundation. Basically, my personal page is Marcus the Philanthropist. On Instagram, on Facebook, wherever.
Okay, thank you guys for joining us.
True, you found someone who really loves you. True, you found someone who loves you better. True, you found.
My name is Marcus Love Anafinazi. I'm the CEO and founder of the Love Foundation Club, a non-profit charity organization that is poised to eradicating streetism in Ghana and in the African continent at large. In Love Foundation Club, or at Love Foundation Club, what we look at doing is to create a conducive environment for children who are out on the streets to be able to live their dreams and secure their future.
Whatever it is, girl.
And that was the Love Foundation Club. You guys are doing amazing work out there, and we hope you get your sponsors. Keep up the good work. And if you missed last week's episode, don't forget to check it out on our YouTube channel. It's the UnderZone Show. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, the UnderZone Show. Joy Ubeku signing out.
Mommy B.
And yeah, bye. Imran, na. And then on my way, life never easy on my way. And 247 we work no pay. Monday my hang back food no day. On this day, I got something I need to say. So I'm pleading. Imagine say I was to choose my life. Imagine say I was born by despite. Imagine say there's no rich, no poor. And then see, imagine say there's no Christ, no Islam. Imagine say I was to choose my religion. Imagine say, you just imagine. But see, we never choose life chose we. So no be my fault, say I come from the street. No be my fault, say my mom sells meat. Ooh, yeah. We never choose life chose we. No be my fault, say I come from the street. And it no be my fault, say my mom sells meat. No be my fault if I no get sicker. No be my fault if I no fit see. No be my fault if I no fit waka. Ooh, yeah. No be my fault if I no get right. No be my fault if I sleep outside. No be my fault if my face no fine. Ooh, yeah. Cause we never choose life chose we. So no be my fault, say I come from the street. No be my fault, say my mom sells meat. Ooh, yeah. We never choose life chose we. No be my fault, say I come from the street. And it no be my fault, say my mom sells meat. Imagine say I was to choose my life. Imagine say I was born by despite. Imagine say there's no rich, no poor. And then see, imagine say there's no Christ, no Islam. Imagine say I was to choose my religion. Imagine say, you just imagine. But see, we never choose life chose we. So no be my fault, say I come from the street. No be my fault, say my mom sells meat. Ooh, yeah. We never choose life chose we. No be my fault, say I come from the street. And it no be my fault, say my mom sells meat.